Ace Nation, I am longtime Ace Pro Wrestling fan Robert. Just got in from Crossroads 10, and what a milestone event this was. It was great to be back in the Jose Marti Freshman Academy. And without further ado, here are the results. The show opened up with a debut as we saw TJ Marconi defeat Jason Vera, or is it Vara? Very dominant performance on the part of Marconi, and hopefully he'll be around an ace in the future. Up next, we saw the new combination of Black Zemis and Ultimo Maya win a tag team Chance of a Lifetime. Well, it was originally billed as the Chance of a Lifetime Rumble, but then it, I guess for some weird reason, it became a Battle Royals. All the tag teams in this match came out, and it was the other teams involved were the Movement, Middle East Connection, Defiance, and the team of Josh Glide and Sonny Kiss. Up next, we saw Astro Morales defeat Lockjaw to retain the Diamond Division Championship. And next, in a ladder match, we saw Josh Glide defeat Jonathan Evans, Chris Reyes, and Chris Taylor to capture the Fight for Flight Championship. Very good matchup. Shoot, I forgot to point this out. Right after the tag team battle, Chance of a Lifetime, Mike Morgan Sr. came out and announced to the crowd he was not medically cleared to wrestle. He called his son, Mike Morgan Jr., out to the ring, and they kept going back and forth verbally with each other. Eventually, Stockade, Thorson Creed attacked Mike, and they were going to Pillmanize Morgan's leg until William Wyeth and Andrew Tiny Johnson came out, and Sr. announced that the match was still going to happen, but Tiny was going to take his place. Well, right after Fight for Flight, we had an intermission, and then we had Stockade and Thorson Creed take on William Wyeth and Andrew Tiny Johnson. Wyeth and Tiny had things going their way until Mike Jr. pulled the referee out of the ring and knocked him for a loop. Out comes Mike Morgan Sr. and says, "Hey, you know what? You want to hit referees? Well, guess what? You're getting in that ring." And it's a Union City street fight. And became a six-man tag right then and there. And Mike Morgan pretty much got to execute on his own son, and eventually Mike Morgan Sr., William Wyeth, and Andrew Tiny Johnson defeated Mike Morgan Jr., Thorson Creed, and Stockade, and as a result, Mike Morgan Sr. now has 100% control of American Championship Entertainment once again. Where does Junior and the New Age Wrecking Crew go from here, I wonder? Up next, we saw Rob Vegas defeat Mike Mondo, who came out in Spirit Squad gear, and for some reason had Sammy Pickles in his corner. Up next, we saw the Tag Team Championship vacancy filled as Bad Company, Steve Pena and Danny Pagan, defeat Mike Dobbin and Ricky Richards to win the Tag Team Championship. And as they got the victory, I had said that apparently the curse of Mike Lewis Enterprises has been lifted. John Harder was doing commentary right near me, and he kept saying the jinx is over, and he couldn't even believe it. Then it was main event time, as we saw the remix of Pro Wrestling Vince Steele defend his newly won heavyweight title against Apollo, who was a big star down in the World Wrestling Council in Puerto Rico. For some weird reason, Mike Lewis followed Apollo out to the ring, and even Apollo looked a little confused as to why he did that. The match went on, and boy, Steele and Apollo really hit each other so hard. Talk about a stiff fest. Eventually, Bad Company had come out and attacked Steele, and eventually Steele was awarded the victory on disqualification. Apollo then attacked Bad Company. Steele took the microphone and says, "Wait a minute, we're not ending Crossroads like this. No." And he says, "Apollo, how about the two of us face these two bitches?" And the match was on, it really wasn't much, as Vince Steele and Apollo defeated Bad Company to end Crossroads 10. Well, on to the personal notes. It was great having a Felix Martinez sitting right by me. It was great talking with Mike Morgan Sr. after the show. Great seeing Adolfo. I was shocked he made this event. We got, who else did I notice? Jasmine. I wish Hector Cintron and his children could have been there. What else did I really notice? Well, the event. Great talk with Ryan Peterson. Well, here's a memorable quote. Preschool ladder. Some of the fans near me, as they were chanting that tour, and when the first ladder was brought into play in the Fight for Flight ladder match. I don't know. I don't know if the people in Union City have forgotten all about Ace Pro Wrestling, or it's a matter of life getting in the way, but it's like the fan base is not really there anymore, which really sucks. Who else I remember seeing at the show? Certainly hope the Ace does come back to that building in the new year. I believe they have a show in December lined up. Here's my wish list. I'd like to see the new tag team champions, Bad Company, defend the belts against Mike Dobbin and Ricky Richards. I'd like to see Vince Steele defend his title. I don't know who Vince Steele, who's really deserves a shot at that belt right now. But hopefully some more new talent will be brought into the Ace fold, especially with the new year upon us. And I do want to say, Ace Pro Wrestling, it was great to be back.